What does one say to an ancient Nephilim ghost?
I suppose you start with...
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another Diablo 3 Season 35 video. I hope you enjoyed opening weekend last weekend. I unfortunately was away, so I didn't get a chance to play. I've had a few busy evenings with work, so I've only really been able to put 9 hours in so far. It was about 2 hours 15 to get my Necro to the point where I could pass over my 6-piece to my Demon Hunter. In 9 hours I've got nearly 800 Paragon, which is good. And I thought today we'd make a video because I think this season theme actually is a lot more fun than I remember, and it most certainly is OP as shit when we look at the leaderboards, because 150 has been cleared by every single class within 7 days of the season launch. As always guys, thumbs up brightens my day. A special thank you to everybody who contributed to the channel on the lead up to the launch. So Daniel with his PayPal donation, and a couple of really big super chats that came in as well. So thank you to everybody for that. I'll try and see if I can put some of them on screen. Looking forwards, I'm going to try and see if I can get like top 100 on SSF, because I've decided that's what I'm going to do this season. I'm going to give solo a go, and hopefully speaking, I would like to get like top 100 across all 7 classes. That might well be a 150 clear on all of them. I'm not too sure. As I say, I've only got about 9 hours in and 101 on the speed, so plenty of time to grow. Season theme certainly is proving to be very helpful, I think, just in general gameplay. So a couple of things. First off, we were hoping that the altar of rights would interact with the season theme, and that this node here, number 1, kill streak duration and reward bonuses are doubled. We were hoping that would be double move speed, double damage, because obviously in the season theme what we get is the stacking effect as we kill stuff, which gives increased damage, increased move speed. Unfortunately, what happens is this node does absolutely nothing on the altar now, so leveling the kill streak duration was not doubled at all, and basically it looks like the season theme just overwrites the altar. So that it is a little bit of a disappointment, but I suppose probably not to be unexpected. But that said, the season theme does certainly add a lot of power for pushing. We can see that with the 150s, but it adds quite a bit of power, I think, for the speeds. Now, there's obviously quite a lot of RNG and luck involved. So when you get to whatever kills it is for like the Fist of Heavens thing to come down to crunch the screen, that's quite a good one. The twisters, sometimes they'll just miss everything, sometimes they'll hit stuff. So there is like an RNG element to it as to where you are when corpses fall from the sky, the treasure chests or whatever. But it will kind of help out, and it will pick you up at least some speed. Of course, angels are going to be the mechanic that we're going to use to cheese 150 and kind of any higher content. But overall, I think it's adding a nice amount of power. Visual clutter, I think, was a little difficult when leveling, because you're generally in the temple of the firstborn. Stuff drops from the sky, which is like those little monsters you want to blow up and kill streak together. I found that a little bit annoying that we were getting corpses dropping and stuff. But overall, I think it's certainly been a little better than I would have thought. Now, of course, there's nothing to look for. There's no items, no builds changing. You know, I've just set up my Boggo standard Gears of Dreadlands Demon Hunter, which is quite clearly nowhere near finished at the moment, but that's kind of what I'm working on. So overall, I think it's going to be fun, and then we've got this kind of like mechanic to learn to see how we can do 150 cheeses. So we'll start off with the Demon Hunter, 150 in 4 minutes 43. Now, somebody with 3.6k Paragon a week into the season, I think you've got to say is probably bossing. Almost certainly. So, you know, it's not to take away from the achievement of doing the clear in a sense, because that still obviously does require fishing and skill, but ultimately there is no way that this person has not left their PC running for pretty much 24 hours a day. But it is Natalia's 3.6k. It is a loss. If we just go down and have a look at the bottom clear, 1400, you can get it done. Obviously this would require probably perfect rift, perfect gameplay, which is something that I'm myself miles away from. But I think potentially, at least if it can be done at 1.4k, well, if I can get myself up to like 2.5k Paragon during the season, then perhaps I should be able to get it done. But yeah, 150 on the Talias for the Demon Hunter is already done. Barbarian has done 150. It is slower at 856. So again, insane amount of Paragon. It might even be the same account. I didn't make a note of the name, but nearly 4k Paragon is pretty nutty. Legacy of Dreams, Hota Barb, again 9-minute clear. Pretty insane stuff. The main difficulty, I think, early on is probably just going to be actually surviving in the 150, which is where obviously the Paragon comes in, because it adds loads more to that. Moving on to Crusader, that has done 150 again, 7 minutes. This was a Khan, so again another kind of strong build, 1500 Paragon. So it's possible that you can probably get like 2k and get both of these done. Not as many on the Crusade. It's probably not as popular this season, but it's nice to see that we've got like the Legacy of Dreams Bombardment has also got it done, which is good. And again, Fist of Heavens as well, 3.5k. So plenty of different options for the Crusader. Monk also has got 150 done. Just the one clear here, 12 minutes. I'm going to guess Wave of Light, and of course it is. So 1600 again. Wave of Light I tend to find is a little squishy early on, but then kind of improves later on as you add more and more Paragon to it. But again, still getting it done in 12 minutes with comfortably, like, you know, 1600 Paragons are not particularly hard to get in a season, even if you're a casual player. But ultimately, whether you'll be able to like clear the rift up that high, it will require some practice. Necro, of course, has absolutely smashed it, because we've got the Necro Nova, and this is a lowly 1200 Paragon. So again, I mean, that's tremendous skill. To get 1200 Paragon and clear a 150 is mighty impressive. But again, it's going to revolve around area damage, trash clearing, and then perfect use of the season theme. So that's pretty good. I wonder if there are any other Necro builds on here. Let's have a look at the bottom one. At some point we might get a Rathma on here. We've got a Lod Nova, so it's the same concept, just slightly different gear. But yeah, Necro has done it. Witch Doctor was lagging behind. I think this was the only one that didn't have the 150 clear when I looked a few days ago, but we now have 2. So let's have a look at this dude, because we know he's legit. 1600. So again, it's like comfortably under that 2k Paragon mark, which is nice on Arik here. Again, largely speaking, it is decked out. Again, obviously some kind of like the augments are not all done at 125 because it is hard SSF. But again, pretty crazy that these are all solo clears. And then Wizard 150, which is going to be, might be Firebirds, might be Meteor, and it's Firebirds. So again, under 2k Paragon, which is nice. And then we've got like a handful of Wizard clears. So we've got here, this looks like Legacy of Dreams Meteor, I'm guessing. Yeah, Meteor Star Pact. So again, under 2k, so that's kind of nice. I'm just wondering if we've got any Talrashas. I don't think we have at the moment. Let's just have a little look-see. Oh no, we do. We've got Talrasha 150. There you go. Again, 3 options for Wizard, which is all kind of dumb. If we pop over onto the main seasonal board, funnily enough, like 150's not been cleared on Wizard. It has on the Witch Doctor. It has on Necro in like an insane 4 minutes. But again, this is like a very, very fishy 4k Paragon account. The Monk, 4 minutes. Again, 3k's probably pushing it in a week. Could be legit, not too sure. Obviously, the difference between 3 and 4 is pretty big. 150 on the Demon Hunter, 2.7k Natalia's. Crusader 150 in 6 minutes. Again, a Khan, which is nice. And then Barb 150, 5 minutes. 2.2k. And my favourite Barb build, the Might of the Earth. So there we go. Maybe that's a nice little target for me. Can I get a 150 done on Might of the Earth? As I say, guys, I'm always potato at these things, so it will require quite a lot of practice for me, I think. But ultimately, so long as I can finish in the top 100 on all of the particular classes, I'll be quite happy. But yeah, obviously, it's only a week into the season. But yeah, we'll see. So there we go, guys. I think the season theme is probably a little bit more fun than I thought it would be. I've enjoyed replaying through the resets. I'm looking forward to diving into the mechanics of like trying to get the 1,000 kill streak, trying to get the pushing like cheese going. I think it's going to be an interesting season. I'm probably just going to take it slow and steady across the way. Might do some hardcore SSF at some point. I might just simply stick with my adventure of trying to get all the classes done in the top 100, and anything above that will be pretty good. But let me know, guys, are you going to push for the 150? Are you going to use the season theme to get it done? I feel fairly optimistic that this is quite a good chance. If you can learn how to do the mechanic, then perhaps maybe it is a good time for people to try and do it. But yeah, we'll make some videos, we'll see what we can do, and I'll be back with those videos just as soon as I can. Take it easy, guys. Peace.